G'day, Stu here from UAVfutures and welcome to another episode of Tech Tuesday, where every Tuesday we get together, we have a look at some new, exciting or just different technology coming to the FPV world. Now, today what we're going to be looking at is this bad boy right here, and the reason we're checking out this on a Tech Tuesday, all these quads behind me have carbon fiber with some other elements. This bad boy is entirely metal. So this is the real ACC metalstar. I'll link it down below. I think you can admit it looks pretty different, pretty amazing. But what we're going to do, we're going to stick it on the bench and have a quick squiz and, find out what makes this bad boy so different. Alright, let's do it. Alrighty, so here's this bad boy on the bench. I'm going to flash some pictures on the screen, but this one's a little bit different because it's a Tech Tuesday, These aren't full in-depth reviews, but it's going to be having a quick squiz at some stuff. And that's I really like Tech Tuesdays because they give me that chance to dive in, have a quick squiz at a product that might not normally make it on the channel. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the looks. Like, this thing looks absolutely wicked. I love the look of it, and the other thing people are going to think straight off the bat, this is aluminium or aluminum, however you want to call it. What's the structural integrity of this thing like? Because this top part, look, it's really simple. It's just made up of a base plate, two side braces, and then your top brace or your top plate. And I would say this part at the top feels very, very rigid, very, very strong. But the base plate, well, check this out. So it's really not too difficult to bend whatsoever. So I'm definitely a little bit worried about that. I guess one good thing, if you're in a crash, very easy to bend back. So this thing is definitely going to bend rather than break. And I'm not sure how I feel about that because it's bending way too easy. And if you're bending it too much, it's going to snap. But if you have a little bit of a prang, it is nice. You can just sort of do a quick field, not even a field repair, quick little press, and then you're ready, back off to the races. Now, it's designed to spin some 5-inch props, so putting your 22 size motors on there, or 2203, something like that. Underneath, you can see it's designed for an underneath mounted battery, so you've got your little battery slits right there. You've got these two little braces, I guess, down the side, these two little prongs here, and then your medium brace. That needs to be a lot thicker, in my opinion, because I don't know why it's recessed in here. The arms really need to be a lot stronger, because as it is, it's so easy to bend. One cool feature I do like about it, as well as the top part being really rigid, I like how they've got this included mount just here, so that should make it pretty good. So when you're flying around, I wish it was a little bit steeper actually, so when you're flying around in fast forward flight, you don't need a special adapter for your GoPro or anything like that. You could just strap it to here and have a little bit of an angle, but I wish it was a little bit more, like 30 degrees or something like that. Now, of course, at the back you've got a little SMA connector. It's a pretty simple little frame, like there's really not too much about it. One attractive thing is probably the price. So when I was looking at this, I think it was on special, it was like $26 or something like that. I'll flash a picture on the screen, but yeah, its usual price of like 40 bucks, I don't think that's worth it, but if you can get one on special, well, who knows, if you want something different that definitely looks a little bit blingy or a little bit exciting, this might be the way to go. But my biggest concern is just its durability. So I would say if you're going to do some close proximity flying or something like this, you might not be interested in a frame like this. Look, if you can get one cheap, oh, why not, I guess, but this thing is just going to bend, and I can tell you over time, the more you bend that up and down, I think after a while it's just going to sort of die. Now for me, look, if you can get one cheap, fair enough, but I probably don't think I'd be building this up with some top-notch components or anything like that. I think it is way too bendable. It's not really going to last the test of time. Its durability is really in question. What would be better is if you could just buy this top pad. This top part I think is solid. It's a very, very well-designed piece. It seems very rigid, and you could put that on a carbon fiber base plate, because then I think you'd have the best of both worlds. But in its current form, look, it looks fantastic. It might be fun for a bit of a float-around quad, but not really recommended for some close proximity or some bando flying, because one hard crash, look at that, this thing is definitely going to be all sorts out. I can bend it back, but is that something you want to be doing every single flight? Righty, so there it is. There's my Tech Tuesday quick look at the real ACC metalstar, and is this thing worth it, or what do I think about it? Well, I really like how it looks. I think if you wanted to do a showroom quad or something like that, this thing, you could definitely bling it up and make it look super pretty, super attractive. That sounds a bit weird, I'm getting so excited about it, but in terms of performance, I would say probably give this one a miss. Look, I like the top section, but it's just way too bendy, and that's why all these ones have carbon fiber bottom plates, because it's just so much more robust. This bad boy, it's just going to be bending all over the shop. So look, unless you can pick one up super cheap, I'm not sure if they're still on sale or not, I'll link it down below, but unless you can get one for super cheap, I would say if you want something for performance, I'd give this one a bit of a miss. Anyway, hope you guys like that. Drop some comments down below. What do you think about this bad boy, or what else do you want to see on Tech Tuesday? Subscribe for more FPV related content, and And as always, happy flying. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel and check out these videos. And I'm also going to leave a little link here to my Patreon page because I've got some fantastic Patreon supporters and I like to give back to them as well. So if you want to join the UAV Futures family, there's things like bonus Velcro straps, little bundles of FPV goodies and things like that that also get sent out. Anyway, happy flying.